Good day, everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of my tutorial series for beginner players in Minecraft Java Edition. Today we will be looking at trading with villagers. Let's quickly talk about why it's necessary to trade to villagers. Villagers have different professions, as we'll see soon in the ones right behind me that I've prepared. And we can get various items from villagers, some which is not that useful, but other that's extremely useful in the game and will aid you definitely in your survival journey. You will need to work out which enchantments you want, which gear you want, and you can either craft those by digging for diamonds in caves and stuff, strip mining and so forth, or you can trade to villagers. And the route that you take will be dependent on your gameplay and the way you like to experience the game. So I would say just go out there in different maps and follow various strategies and see what works for you. The first thing to know about trading with villagers is that everything is run with emeralds. That is the green, let me just get one, it's the green sapphires, emeralds really, that you find in game, and those are used by villagers in most of the trades, and you need to unlock those. So the easiest way is to trade with villagers that give you emeralds, and then you use that emeralds to buy other stuff from the villagers. All right, so let's start off with this guy. This is a farmer. He is working with a composter, and you just right click the farmer and you'll see that he takes beetroot and wheat. I've got a bunch of other stuff over here, but we'll get to that soon. So it's 21 wheat and I've got 120 here. So let's just take the first one and see if we can unlock his first series of trades. All right, there he goes. Now we can buy pumpkin pie and apples for 2, for 1, and so forth, but let's just see if we can buy some more. I don't have beetroot, so let's do that. All right, just finished that one. He's now a journeyman and not a novice anymore. And now you will give me melons, so let's do the melons. It's not always this easy to trade. I'm obviously in creative mode. And then we can, let's buy some suspicious stew. I just want to unlock all these levels until he is a master. See, now we don't have any further options. Okay. And we can buy golden carrots, which you can eat. Doesn't matter. All right. So this guy is now fully unlocked. And if you have a big farm with a lot of wheat and some beetroot, you'll be able to get emeralds from this guy and keep on trading and build up your emeralds. So obviously if you have 5 or 10 farmers in a row right next to one another, one will take wheat, the other one will take carrots, the other one will take well, stuff like beetroot or potatoes, whatever, and you can just continue getting some emeralds from them. All right, it's also possible to get emeralds from other guys. Some will take wool, some will take iron, some will take or whatever they want. You can just see it in the menus, but there's various ways to get your hands on emeralds. All right, so let's take a look at all of these in detail. A toolsmith is quite handy. The first few levels will only give you some of a beginner player implements like stone and so forth, but if you unlock the guy you will get to diamond shovels, diamond pickaxes and so forth, so it's worth unlocking a toolsmith and keeping him handy for those. Obviously you can craft those from diamonds that you dug out of the ground, but once you've unlocked a toolsmith you will definitely be using that all the time to get your diamond gear or diamond tools at least. Alright, the armorer will give you diamond leggings, boots, helmet and chest plates if you unlock all of their traits. and you will see that they also take iron ingots in exchange for emeralds. So if you have an iron farm, these guys are quite handy. Farmer, exactly the same as that guy. This one has been unlocked. He takes potato, wheat, pumpkins, and then emeralds. So I can do a bunch of trading with him. If a trader or a villager locks up, it means that they have to go to sleep, or at least the night needs to pass normally, and they'll reset, and that should open again for further trading. Alright, so let's just see what I can find from him. That's it. Alright, anyway, just got a bunch of emeralds from him. Librarian, these are the most handy in my opinion. I normally do like 20 to 30 of these guys, and I like to unlock all the books that's possible to enchant your gear and your implements and everything with. You can enchant your swords and your pickaxe, shovel, axe, everything. Alright, so this guy has piercing and luck of sea and silk touch. Silk touch is very handy. We won't be going into the various enchantments in this episode, of this tutorial, but we will definitely look at that in a future episode soon. Alright, so librarians quite handy. They take paper as well. So if you have a large farm with sugarcane, you have access to a lot of paper, and that's an easy one to get your emeralds from. I won't do ink sacks, that's too much work. Anyway, let's continue. Shepherd, not very handy in my opinion. I tend not to use these guys at all. They take wool and some dyes, and they sell you stuff you can easily get somewhere else. So unless you pick a lot of flowers and convert it to dye, this is not worth the effort. Weaponsmith, a good guy to have. He'll give you diamond swords and diamond axes. Curious though, you would think that your toolsmith would give you an axe, but it's always with the weaponsmith. And I think it's because axes deal quite a lot of damage if you use that to attack a mob. I think that's why it's classified under axes. Alright, you'll see that they take iron as well, so there's an easy way to get some emeralds as well. Fletcher can give you crossbows, they can give you enchanted bows, and they can give you any type of arrows. These are arrows of night vision, but normally I would just trade for bows and not much more. They do take favors, so if you have a chicken farm and you kill a lot of chickens for food, they will drop a lot of favors and you can trade those for emeralds. Or if you have a spider farm, you can get a bunch of sting, by the way. Alright, so that's Fletchers. Butchers, not that handy in my opinion. They take a lot of raw meat, which is not that easy to get your hands on, except if you have a big farm, but that would be taking away from the food that you want to use yourself. So I tend not to use these guys as well, but yeah, go for it. Alright, Mason. These guys will give you various types of blocks depending on the mason that you had. The most interesting for them is always quartz, so a block of quartz is the most useful, and I would buy this definitely rather than go and mine a bunch of quartz from the nether, except if you don't have any other choice. Alright, Cartographer, these guys basically give you maps, empty maps and also treasure maps. And why don't I have more from you? Is this all? Anyway, so these guys would normally give you maps to various regions in the world where you can get some treasures, and yeah, it's worth getting a bunch of these if you like to explore. Alright, so that's basically what trading with villagers would entail, and obviously you need all the stuff that you need to trade with them: iron, wool, whatever the case might be, crops. I tend to go for farmers, have big crops, and just harvest all of that, and I'd use that to get all my emeralds from the farmers. And normally I only have one or two of these guys available, except for the librarians. I have a bunch of those. So I'll just quickly drop into one of my previous maps and show you the setup that I had there. Alright, let me just fly through here. This is one of my survival maps that I've created a while ago. You'll see that I've got quite a few farmers, 4 or 5 of those, and then 1 toolsmith, 1 armorer, 1 mason, 1 weaponsmith, 1 cartographer. I did not utilize these guys that much, and the rest is all librarians. And you can see that I've got signs for all the books that they give knockback, love of seer, inspiration, channeling, loyalty, efficiency 4. That's a nice one. There's my silk touch, another silk touch and mending. Don't die, please. This is one of my most valuable librarians. Sharpness, sweeping, multi-shot, unbreaking. That's a handy one. Riptide is fine. They've tried the infinity for a bow, so that my arrows don't run out. Curse of Binding Fortune, very nice. I think that's one of the rarest enchantments to get. Apologies. Power 5, and yeah, that's basically it. But anyway, that's trading for villagers. Right, so I think that covers the basics of trading with villagers and getting your hands on a bunch of stuff. Thank you for watching this episode. Please leave any comments below if you have any questions, and I will definitely get around to answering them. Thank you very much for watching this episode, and please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We will be covering at least 80 topics in this tutorial series, and even intermediate players will be able to learn something from this. Thank you for watching and enjoy your day wherever you are. Bye bye.